We're all striving to achieve the life we desire. Whether we want a new house, a new car, a new job, a new relationship, we're all looking for things in life that will make us feel successful. What is up, guys? My name is Logan Tremellen. I create videos on Crohn's disease, self-development, and vlogs to document my life. If any of those are something that you're interested in watching, please consider subscribing to my channel to see more videos just like this one. In this video, I'm going to be explaining the greatest investments that I've ever made in my entire life and how they've allowed me to grow and learn and become the person that I am today. And then at the end, I'm going to be sharing the one key thing that all of these investments have in common. So make sure you watch until the end so you can learn that thing, and then you can adopt that into your life so you can see massive progress and massive growth. So before I get into the four greatest investments I've ever made in my entire life, I have to say that none of these investments are more important than the other. They're just the four greatest types of investments that I've ever made in my entire life. So with that being said, let's get into the first greatest investment I've ever made in my entire life. The very first type of investment that I started making that had a big impact on my life was investment into my mind and my mindset. When I first moved to New York City late of 2019, I moved from my home here in Pennsylvania where I live with my family, and I moved into an apartment by myself for 1 to 2 weeks before my other two roommates were moving in. And it was really weird because I went from living in a smaller community with people really close to me to moving to one of the biggest communities in the world with nobody close to me at all. So the first 2 days, on top of moving, on top of all the stress that comes with that, I felt very lonely just because I was in one of the most popular places ever, and at the same time I became more distant from people than I ever was in my entire life. So once I actually realized what was going on in my mind, I took 10 minutes, I took 15 minutes just to meditate in my room. I was in the apartment alone, I just sat in my chair at my desk and just spent 10 to 15 minutes to meditate. And when I did that, it just kind of unlocked the reasoning. It just unlocked that loneliness, the stress, everything that I was going through at that time, and made me feel so much happier. It made me understand what I was going through and kind of see it from a third person perspective instead of just living in that emotion. And on top of meditating, on top of focusing on how to improve my happiness on a daily basis, I continue to practice a sense of gratitude, whether it's throughout my day, whether it's one set time in the morning to get ready for my day. Practicing gratitude every single day is a huge hack to get out of your mind and just focus on being happy with what you have in life. Being grateful for the shirt you're wearing, being grateful for the roof over your head, being grateful for the food in your fridge. And when you acknowledge the luxuries in your life that you're just used to having, it makes your life a whole lot better. And kind of going along with investing in your mind and your mindset, I've also invested a lot in personal development. In 2015, I began going to Tony Robbins events. It just completely changed my mindset, completely changed my outlook on life and everything. Then in 2018, I put myself up against a wall and I signed up for Tony Robbins Mastery University, which is basically a bulk package of all of his main events. Initially, it was such a big financial stress because I didn't have any way to actually pay for this when I started. Once I started going to these events, I got so much more value than the initial financial investment I had to make. I ended up learning so much more about my mind. I ended up learning so much more about my life and what I love, and it made me realize the things that truly make me happy in life instead of focusing on the material objects that I was in search of. And then when I'm not at events, I'm constantly reading books and listening to audiobooks and different podcasts on self-development that just change the way I think, change the way how I see the world, change the way how I process information. And then I'm also taking audio programs like Tony Robbins' Personal Power 2. It's what I'm currently doing right now. And it's basically like an event or like one of his books. It's just put into an audio program that you can follow along with. And every single day you have assignments and lessons and things that you're just teaching yourself or learning about yourself. It puts you in such a good mood, but along with that, every single day you're growing. Every single day you're learning something new. Every single day you're putting in that time and just slowly becoming the person who you ultimately want to be. The next greatest investment I've ever made in my entire life is investing in my health and my body. If you follow me, you know that this year I've been going through a lot of health struggles. January, February, and March, I was basically bedridden. April, I had a major intestine surgery. And now I'm just getting back on my feet. I'm just getting into walking. I'm just starting to work out again. I'm actually just starting to be human again. Health has been a struggle for me for the past 5 years of my life, ever since I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. Every single minute that I invested in my health, whether that's working out, eating healthy, running, whatever it may be has always had a drastic impact on the overall quality of my life, because it gives me that energy, it gives me that vitality that I need to be able to have that amount of energy and do the amount of work and do the things in life that I want to do. So any investment in my health, any investment in your health, is definitely the most valuable investment you can possibly make. And lastly, the greatest investment that I have ever made in my entire life is just investing in different experiences. Experiences like traveling to LA to go to an event that's 4 hours long, driving down to my friend's house in North Carolina, just spending a week at his house and just taking the time to try new things, see new places, hang out with family, hang out with friends. These are the type of memories that you will always remember for the rest of your life, and you will always value for the rest of your life. So investing time into these things will always be one of the best investments you can possibly make. Now that I've told you the 4 greatest types of investments I've ever made in my entire life, I want to tell you the one key thing, the one thing that all of these have in common that makes them a great investment, and that is that none of them are materialistic. All of these investments are investing in the quality of your life, not in the quality of the things in your life. Investing in these things like investing in experiences, or investing in classes to build your mind, or investing in your body. Those are the greatest types of investments because they actually improve the quality of your life. Something like being happier or feeling better or experiencing more and learning new things will always be a better investment than buying a new pair of shoes, or buying a new laptop, or buying a new camera. Material objects, although they may seem awesome, are never the cause of your unhappiness or the cause of your loneliness or whatever the problem is you're having in life. True happiness, true success is not related to materials. It's the feeling you get from owning those materials. And there are so many different ways to get that feeling without having to buy that material object. So instead of focusing on buying material objects to feel that emotion that you're looking for, focus on investing in yourself, focus on investing in your body, focus on investing in experiences, and I'm sure you will be able to experience way more positive emotions than you would ever get from just buying a material object. That is it. Those are my 4 greatest types of investments that I've ever made in my entire life, and why they're the greatest investments I've ever made in my entire life. Hope you guys got a ton out of this video. It was something actually kind of difficult for me to put together, but at the same time, it's just a simple and effective way of making investments in life. If you like this video and want to see more videos just like this one, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you want to support me, my channel, and my recovery, check out some of my clothing, some of my merchandise at logantremellen.com/shop, where I just dropped a brand new shirt. It's the Happiness Tee, and it's by far my favorite design I've ever created yet. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still watching this video this far into it, thank you so much. You truly mean the world to me, and I will see you in the next video.